The economics unit is centered around a market day. It was a way to make it where the students actually live economics and aren't just learning about it. And it really came about with my students. They said, can we do this? And I was like, yeah, I mean, why not? So I wasn't sure how successful it would be. I knew I wanted to tie in writing because we really try to get our students to think more critically, problem solving, but we also want them to be able to explain that through writing. So we covered writing. We definitely have our students reading to learn, doing a lot of research so they can think like entrepreneurs, developing their products and their services, and tying all that in to cover the standard of economics. All right, so we are starting our economics unit, and we are going to do like we usually do. I'm going to find out how much you know. You've learned about economics before, so I want you with your tables. I'm going to give you a piece of paper. You can make a bubble map, bubble with the word economics in the middle, make the big bubble on the outside. You can draw as many pictures or write as many words that you can remember about economics, okay? I want you to work as a group. So if your paper is here, you just write whatever angle you're at. And you can turn it or whatever. Don't let one person work the whole time and then pass it. Let's do it all at one time. I'm only going to give you about 5 minutes to do this. 4 to 5, and then I'm going to let you walk around and look at other people's and add to it. You ready? Thumbs up if you're ready. All right, paper, you just get what you get. You don't mind a bit. You're sharing with the whole table. Make your circle. Whoever I give it to first, make your circle for your group. Ladies, I'm going to let you have your own group on this side. I'll let the boys work on that side. 5 minutes, go. Big circle, little circle. Economics in the middle. Draw pictures or write. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, pencils down in 3, 2, 1. The markers were there. Were you allowed to use them? Yes, they're there. You have the choice. You have 2 minutes. You may get up, peruse, look around what other people have. Not yet. Wait till I say go. Or if you would like to stay where you are, some of you had a late start and continue to do some more, that's fine. I'll let you know when you have a minute. So if you want to work a little more for a minute, walk around for a minute, you choose. Go. The reason why I had them circle around and work as a group and then go off and come back is because I want them to understand that sometimes it's great to collaborate. And sometimes it's great to go off and see on your own what else is out there and then bring it back to your group. It's important for them to know how to work as an individual, but also work as a team. 10 seconds. Let's go ahead and go back to our seats. 10, 9, sorry, sir. 8, 7, 6, 5, pencils down in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Tiana. All right. Let's see what you remember, what you found from your colleagues, what you remember from last year. Who wants to go first? Anybody want to volunteer? All right, McKenna's group. Share with us a word. Give us something. What's something you remember from last year?
Scarcity.
Scarcity. What is scarcity, Anna?
When you don't have enough of a product.
Can you give me an example?
When something is in high demand but you don't have enough.
Very nice. Impressive. I'm super impressed by how much I remember from last year. But there is still more to be learned. So we're going to be making flip books to add to our vocabulary for what we remember with economics. I have some words I'm going to show you on a chart, and I have your flip books. So I want you with your group to come up with what words you're not sure about, and let's look those words up. Go ahead and put your name on it. Go ahead and write a title on it. Economics, my money book, my vocabulary book, be creative. And then I'm going to put the words up here and go ahead and write down some of the words that you're not sure about. If you already know them, there's no need for you to make it in a vocabulary book because you already know that word. If you don't know it, let's write it. Words are up here. I'm going to give you about 5 minutes. I want you to go ahead and just choose the words that you know you need to define. I always like to start my units figuring out their prior knowledge because if they already know something, I don't want to waste precious time doing a review when they already know it. So I always have them kind of show me what they know, and then they become the teachers in a way, show me what they need to learn. And then it starts getting their minds thinking, okay, that's what we're doing. And then it gets them excited about what's up, what's coming next. So now that we have learned all our words, now we're going to become these words and live these words. We are going to be doing a market. You all are going to be the entrepreneurs, you're the business owners, and you are going to determine what goods or services that you want to sell in your market. We're going to have students, adults come in. They're going to come and buy things all according to what you want it to be. You determine what it is, how much it is, and the group that makes the most profit shall be awarded accordingly. So we need to brainstorm. You're going to get with your groups, and you've got to start figuring out, what are we going to do? What kind of goods and services would our students want and our adults want? You got to think like a consumer, but you still got to be an entrepreneur. So I'm going to give you some things to help you plan. This is my planning packet. I'm going to give you, there's just some questions here. There's some examples. Remind me, what are some goods that you could sell? What are some goods? You have to make them. So you cannot go and buy some things and resell it. I need you to make your goods. What's something we could do? Goods, example.
Maybe bracelets. Like
Bracelets.
Duct tape bows.
Duct tape bows.
Maybe some drawings.
Maybe some drawings.
Duct tape wallets.
Duct tape wallets.
Bookmark.
Bookmarks, very clever.
Back massage.
Now we're talking about services. So now we're going to services. Massages, what's another service you could provide? Another service, Corley? So how would that be service? Let's keep thinking, service.
Racing.
A race, oh, you could race them? How are you servicing them though?
Well, you're providing them the race.
I think we could do better. Let's think of something else. Ariana?
A raffle.
A raffle, that's a little different. I'm thinking massages, I'm thinking face painting, I'm thinking nails. Get with your group. You're going to get this. All I want you to do is start writing some ideas of products and services in this table. Think about how much you would charge for it and how many of them you would need. Like if you want to have 10 duct tape wallets, I don't know. Get with your group. Go ahead and start talking. I'll pass these around while you're talking to your group. When they're planning their business, the first thing they had to do is develop their products. What do you want to sell? What services? What goods? What are you good at? It's a way for them to specialize, to say, hey, I'm really good at making loom bracelets. Why don't we sell these? Then they had to start thinking like a consumer. What would a consumer want? Would they want to have different types of bracelets, different sizes, maybe necklaces? A way for them to really immerse themselves into economics. What would entrepreneurs do? Now, how we take it to another level, how do you get the most profit? What will make you the person that they want to buy from instead of the person next door? And so we go through a process of brainstorming, critical thinking, researching, and everything for helping them to become more efficient entrepreneurs.
Oh, how about we do duct tape bows? Yes. Those would be nice. And maybe some cupcakes with mustaches, maybe, instead of having... But we need to find a way to not use black icing or something like that, because sometimes black icing tastes like black licorice, and no one likes that. Okay. So maybe we could like find some kind of paper that's edible or something like that to like put on the cupcake in the shape of a mustache. Let's see if they have sugar paper, maybe.
Oh, look at that one. So we can use black for the mustaches and yellow.
Pink for a nerd Hello Kitty.
What might we do? So we're making the candy cane, not candy cane, the bubblegum raffle, which one person buys a ticket, not a ticket, they just guess, and whoever guesses the closest will get the bubblegum jar.
Or right on top of it.
Yeah, so
What about candy canes?
And every time somebody guesses, they get a candy cane.
Every time they pay to guess, they get a candy cane.
Yeah, so if they only pay one time, they only get one candy cane.
But if they pay like
3,
I was thinking we could sell it like 2 guesses for $1, and how many ever you buy, you
But that would just be like we will run out of candy canes really fast.
Gentlemen, what are we thinking?
We're thinking about massages and making some bubblegums.
Like, what do you mean making bubble gum?
Like the bubblegum jar, somebody can guess, and they can guess, and if they pay $1 for 2 guesses, they get a candy cane.
Oh, I love that idea. That's a great idea.
I'm thinking like, if you just guess once, you don't get a candy cane. If you guess twice, then you get a candy cane.
That's a great strategy. You're thinking like an entrepreneur. I think you're going to get a lot of people to come in to guess. I would come and guess to get a free candy cane. And how much does it cost for one guess?
50 cents. 50 cents. For 2 guesses, it's $1.
And I get the candy cane.
After you get the candy cane after you guess twice.
That's wonderful. And what happens if I guess right?
You get the whole jar.
But we don't check it yet. After the market, we're going to check it after the market's over.
No question. What if I guess it right and someone else guesses it right?
The first person who gets it right.
So it sounds like we have a discrepancy here. You think one way. I think you need to really think about what do we do if we have more than one guess? Think about that as a team. What can we do to make sure we have a winner? What can we do?
Draw.
A raffle? Drawing would work. Maybe put their names in a hat.
We get index, we rip up like little pieces of index card with 5, and we write their names on 5 index cards each and put it in something.
I like the idea. I like the idea of maybe taking their names in case there's a tie and having one winner because you only have one jar, right?
Yes.
Okay. I like that. Great idea.
We like to share with our students that this is a global economy that we're learning in and living in. And so it's important for students to use these types of activities that are authentic, real world, so they can see their purpose. Whenever we have instruction, they are looking for an audience to perform for. And activities such as the ones that Mrs. Miliner is known for creating gives those students an idea of, if I were to do this in my real life experience, if I were doing this 20 years from now, how would this help me?
What are you making? What kind of bow?
Duct tape bow.
Is it like a hair bow? Like what kind of a hair bow? Okay. So how does it work? Position.
You end up folding it.
Okay. How much does this bow cost? Chloe, how much are you charging for these bows?
It depends on the sizes because like the small ones are gonna be worth less, and the
What's this size considered?
probably like a medium.
This is a medium bow?
Yeah, like it's just small to medium.
So how much would you charge for this bow?
Like 50 or 75 cents because
Like the big bows are a dollar.
because duct tape is not cheap, and the less duct tape we use, that's the less prices it's gonna be.
So why did you decide to make different size bows?
Because we wanted more.
Because some people like small and some people have small heads. And
That's a great idea. Some people don't need to wear a big old bow. So you made small ones because if they're small. I could use a big bow because I have a big head. So how much are big bows? $1?
$1.
Okay, that's a great idea. So on market day, that's when the fun really begins. We have it set up where we invite students and teachers and any guests, volunteers, parents, to come in and just shop. I give them each $5 of my fake money, and they come in and they first peruse to see what all they have, and they can kind of sense the competition. What would you want to pay more for? And they spend their $5. They get to keep the products or the services if they decide to get a face painting or a massage. And the team with the most profit they just get a little pin. Bragging rights is what they really get. But it's a great day where the students really become the business owners. You're professional business people. They're gonna come by, they're gonna shop. I'm gonna give them time. You need to make sure you get the correct change. It's just like I told you earlier, they're going to get an envelope that looks like this. They have in here Miliner dollars. They have 3 Miliner dollars, and then they have $2 worth of coins, each one representing 25 cents. They're different colors. They all represent 25 cents. I am giving you an envelope with $5 worth of change so that you have change to give them, okay? It's up to you to keep up with your money. So I would designate someone to be responsible of keeping up with this money. When I give it to you, I'm going to go ahead and put your number on it so you have it. You're going to use that to exchange the money. At the end, we'll count it up, okay? Straighten things up, get your products ready. You're preparing. They're about to come. We need to straighten up, get your prices in order. All right, market is open. You may come on in and shop, our customers. All right, shoppers, I'm going to give y'all about 4 more minutes. If you could go ahead and wrap up your purchases so we can let the next group in.
Would you like a wallet? Tell me about how it's made out of duct tape?
Yes.
How did you come about
the idea of making a wallet out of duct tape?
Because sometimes, you know, how when you have to try to get a wallet from the store, it's like sometimes like $10 or something. Except all we have to do is buy some duct tape, watch a video or two, maybe read some instructions, and figure out how to make one.
Okay. So about how long did it take you to make a wallet?
About 4 minutes, 5, in that range.
4 or 5 minutes. Okay, now how much are they?
$1.
$1. Interesting. Is there any reason why you picked these colors?
We just kind of needed some kind, well, we
You
actually kind of chose the colors for reasons. Because some people may like these kinds or this kind, you know.
Okay, so just to give variety.
Yes.
Okay. Now, if you made, how many of these did you make in total, or the wallets? About 10?
Yeah, 10.
10 wallets? Okay. I'll get a wallet from you.
So how was that? Did you have fun? Let's talk about, what do you think your business did well? What do you think that y'all did very well? What was your strength? Think about that. Share if you want. What do you have, Chloe? What did y'all do very well?
Well, we didn't really do well on the cupcakes, but we did kind of well on the face paintings.
The face paintings you did well on? People wanted them. That's unique. Jayla, what did y'all do well?
The Kit Kat M&M cupcakes.
And why do you think people were buying your cupcakes and not the other group's cupcakes? What made your cupcake so special?
We had candy on top.
Oh, and what kind of candy?
Kit Kats and M&Ms.
So is that the only reason why they came, you think?
No.
Why else do you think they would beeline to your cupcakes?
Because a lot of people like chocolate.
The chocolate cupcakes. Okay, I know I like chocolate cupcakes. What did y'all do well, Macy?
We had kind of the drawings.
Yes.
The cake.
The cake was selling. The drawings were selling, which is interesting because you had McKenna's group right next to you also selling drawings. Why do you think people were purchasing your pictures and not necessarily the pictures that were selling next door?
Because of our little Elsa drawing that we had.
And what do you mean by Elsa? What are we talking about there?
Like, I think she did it because it's like big now.
It's big now. It's popular. So you've capitalized on what's big. What made you think to do this? Kelly, what made you think to draw Elsa?
Because since my cousin really likes it, I thought other people would like it too.
Very nice. I like how they're thinking. They're trying to figure out, what would my consumers want? They're really thinking like entrepreneurs. Great ideas. So what could you have done better? What were your weaknesses? If you were to do this again, what do you think you would change? I see a lot more hands on this. What would you change, McKenna?
Less drawings.
Why is that?
We had too many drawings, and people only bought just a couple.
They only bought a couple. You had too much of what would the word be for that? You had too much supply. You had too much of a supply there. There wasn't a high demand for it, so they weren't selling. So you have your sheet here, your debriefing sheet. What I want you to do is I want you to look at your sheet here. You don't have to answer them all right now, but I want you to go ahead and read over and go ahead and answer at least 3 of the questions you see here. The assessment, a lot of it is off their products of what they've made for me. Some of the times it's reading. They'll read and they'll write a little bit for me. In the unit, there's like 3, 2, 1. So they'll write 3 things they know, 2 questions they have, and 1 thing the vocabulary word. It all varies. The assessment is ongoing. Sometimes I'll do a thumbs up, thumbs down. Sometimes I'm walking around just taking anecdotal notes. Sometimes I actually give a quick quiz. The assessment, though, the main assessment is at the very end. When I see what they've done and I hear this vocabulary, I know they've been working. And at the very end, when they write for me and when they finish their debriefing sheet, then I see, because I ask them, what was in highest demand? How are you affected by scarcity? What did you think about free enterprise? Then they're having to give me in a written form their answers, meaning they know the definition of the word and they're able to show me in the real life how it was used. So we are at the conclusion. We're going to, I want to hear, I want to be able to read what your thoughts were and what you experienced. So we're going to write an opinion piece. To remember, I mean, you already know, but to refresh your memory, opinion, I want you to give me your opinion, one opinion, and stick with it through this paper. Introduction, grab me, entice me, really get me thinking. Use a good starter. You have to state your opinion in the introduction, and then throughout you're going to support it. Remember, You want to give me about 3 to 4 reasons why you feel that way, Juan. And then you're going to separate each paragraph and then give me some supporting things. For example, if my opinion is our business was amazing, we were very successful because we had plenty of product, we had product people wanted, and we were extremely professional. That's my thesis. Then I'm going to break down my paragraphs into each reason. One would be because we're very professional. Another paragraph is going to be because of, what did I say? What? The product we had, the supply, and then you're going to explain each paragraph. And then at the very end, you're concluding. You've done this before. You know how to write an opinion piece. Please use transition words so it flows like water. Say, next, we did this, then, because. Don't make it choppy. Yes, make everything flow. To start it off, you can start with, you don't have to use these. These are just if you want to. I think, or I feel, use what you want. But you are going to be responding to one of my prompts. So look up here, eyes on me. The opinion writing, I wanted them to be able to really illustrate to me how, whatever their opinion was. And they got to choose what they wanted to respond on. But I wanted to be able to, writing is vital. And I always, whenever I tell the kids, it's time to write, they're always like, they don't like it. And so I think it's important for them to learn that writing is a gift, to be able to share your voice and to let people hear what you have to say, and then to be able to tell them about something that you were so vested in. Maybe I can make writing a little more fun. And then we have something that they can actually work on the writing process, because writing is a hard skill for them to continue to get better on. So I always like to incorporate writing whenever I can. Choose one of these. You can explain some of the strengths or explain some of the weaknesses. For example, you can tell me what you think y'all did very well. I believe our group was very successful because we did this, this, and this. Or maybe you want to say, our group really could make some changes for next time because I think that we would sell more things, we would have more profit, whatever. You choose your prompt if you want to do that. You can use these two as well. This one is if you were to do this again, how would you improve your business? What would you do specifically? Change the prices, change the products. This is pertaining your business, so this is all going to be different. And the last one's a little different with an opinion, but tell me, how do you think your business compared to real businesses in the world? Our business, I believe, would really make it in the real world because we had this, this, and this. Or I believe our business is just like businesses out there because we knew how to use money, we had employees, and we had inventory. It's really how you want to go with it. I think the strengths and weaknesses is what we really talked about. That may be your comfort zone, but I don't want to hold you to that. You can do whatever you want, pick an opinion and stick with it. Questions for me? Questions on what I'm expecting on you? Are you going to have an introduction? Yes. Are you going to have 3 or 4 paragraphs? Yes. Are you going to have a jam-up conclusion? Yes. Are you really going to try to tell me your opinion? Yes. Are you going to use, what are these things called? Opinion. Transition words. And make sure you respond to one of these, okay? Ready? Yeah. Go. I always try to provide my students with choice because I think it's important that your learning is student-centered and not teacher-centered. And when they're able to choose something, then they are saying, okay, I choose this, so I'll do, and a lot of times they do better because they chose it. So yes, I try to always give my kids different options of what they want to work on so that they don't feel like I'm making them do it. It's more of, what would you like to do? And then they seem to do it a lot better.